Jamaica, a paradise of pristine beaches and lush landscapes, right? Think again. Beneath the vibrant culture and picturesque scenery lies a Jamaica less spoken about. A Jamaica that is not featured on the glossy brochures or the enticing travel shows. A Jamaica that is as real as the one you know, but far more complex. In this journey, we delve into the 5 dark sides of this Caribbean gem, each more shocking than the previous. We will peel back the layers of this tropical paradise, revealing a reality that might seem unbelievable. From environmental concerns to economic struggles, from rampant crime to human rights abuses, and finally the deep-rooted corruption that hinders progress. This countdown is not meant to tarnish the image of this beautiful island, but to shed light on the issues that need our attention. So brace yourself as we venture into the unseen Jamaica. Prepare to see Jamaica in a whole new light. But wait, before we begin, please subscribe to ensure that you never miss out on any of my crucial stuff. Comment "I subscribe" below, and I will personally welcome you to our community. Let's get started. At number 5, we have a problem as old as time: environmental deterioration. Jamaica, an island revered for its breathtaking beauty, is sadly facing a range of environmental concerns that often go unnoticed amidst the allure of its natural splendor. Deforestation is one of the major issues. The lust for land development and the demand for timber products have led to the rampant cutting down of trees. These lush forests that once carpeted the island are now disappearing at an alarming rate, leaving in their wake barren lands vulnerable to erosion and natural disasters. And then there's pollution. Industrial waste, improper waste disposal, and vehicle emissions are tarnishing the pristine landscape, contaminating rivers and streams, and even threatening the health of local communities. The air we breathe, the water we drink, and the soil that grows our food are all at risk. The azure waters around Jamaica are not spared either. Overfishing, a consequence of livelihood needs and lax regulations, is depleting fish populations and disrupting the delicate balance of marine ecosystems. Coral reefs, the vibrant underwater cities, are also under threat due to pollution and climate change. These environmental issues are not just damaging the natural beauty of Jamaica, but they're also threatening the livelihoods of those who depend on these resources. The paradise is slowly vanishing, eaten away by carelessness and greed. 4th on our list is a struggle that many Jamaicans face daily: economic hardship. Now let's delve into the financial challenges that are all too common in Jamaica. The country's economy is a complex web of challenges and contradictions. On the one hand, we have a vibrant tourism industry bringing in millions of visitors each year. Yet, despite this influx of tourist dollars, the economic benefits don't seem to trickle down to the average Jamaican. Unemployment is a significant concern. Despite recent improvements, the unemployment rate remains high, particularly among the youth. The lack of job opportunities leaves many feeling frustrated and disheartened, a state of affairs that's far removed from the paradise promised in glossy travel brochures. Low wages are another factor contributing to the economic struggle. Even those who are employed often find themselves barely scraping by. The minimum wage in Jamaica is low, and many people work in informal sectors, where wages are often even lower, and job security is virtually non-existent. Then there's the high cost of living. Basic necessities like food, housing, and healthcare often come with a hefty price tag. The disparity between income and expenses leaves many Jamaicans struggling to make ends meet and forces some into a cycle of debt. Tourism, while a major income source, often exacerbates these issues. The industry tends to concentrate wealth in the hands of a few, often foreign-owned corporations, while the average Jamaican sees little of the profit. Furthermore, the focus on tourism can lead to neglect of other sectors, creating a lopsided economy that's vulnerable to external shocks. But the resilience of the Jamaican people shines through, even in these challenging times. Amidst the struggle, there's a spirit of determination, a will to keep pushing forward, to keep striving for a better tomorrow. Beneath the surface of this tourist paradise, a different story unfolds. A story not of sun-soaked beaches, but of a people facing economic struggles with tenacity and resolve. They are the true heart of Jamaica, and their story deserves to be told. Taking the 3rd spot is a dark side that is often swept under the rug: crime and violence. It's a troubling issue, casting a long shadow over Jamaica, a place famed for its sun-soaked beaches and vibrant culture. Despite its beauty and allure, Jamaica grapples with a high crime rate. This isn't just a number, it's a reality that significantly impacts the lives of Jamaicans daily. Gang violence, a particularly menacing form of crime, has entrenched itself within certain communities. These gangs, often fueled by territorial disputes and drug trafficking, have become a part of the social fabric, causing fear and havoc in equal measure. Drug trafficking, another crime that plagues the island, is a complex web of illicit activities. Jamaica's strategic location between North and South America makes it an attractive transit point for narcotics. This illegal trade not only stirs violence but also disrupts the social order, contributing to the cycle of crime and poverty. But let's not forget the victims of these crimes, the local communities. They bear the brunt of this violence, living under a constant cloud of fear and uncertainty. The social fabric of these communities is torn apart by the very crimes that are committed within their boundaries. The impact is not only physical but psychological, affecting the development of children and the well-being of families. The government, aware of these issues, has been making efforts to curb crime and violence. Policies are in place to disarm gangs, restrict drug trafficking, and rehabilitate offenders. Yet the journey to peace and safety is a long one. It involves not just law enforcement, but also socio-economic development, education, and community engagement. In the end, it's a sobering reality to face. Jamaica, an island of breathtaking beauty and rich history, is also a place where crime and violence run rampant. It's a stark contrast to the paradise we often imagine, a paradise in peril where safety is a luxury. Before we continue, can I beg a little favor? If you're liking what you're hearing, show us some love by pressing that like button. And hey, if you want to be in the loop for our fantastic upcoming videos, make sure to press subscribe and ring that bell so you're always in the know. Oh, and one more thing. Drop a quick "I subscribe" down in the comments and I'll make sure to offer you a warm welcome to our amazing family. All right, enough of that. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Coming in at number 2 is a grim reality many face. Human rights abuses. It's a bitter pill to swallow, to think of such atrocities happening under the sun-kissed skies of Jamaica. But alas, they do occur, and it's high time we shed light on them. Firstly, we must address the elephant in the room: police brutality. It's a systemic issue that has plagued the island, with numerous reported cases of unwarranted violence and even unjustified killings. The victims are often those in marginalized communities, the voices that struggle to be heard. Next, we delve into the discrimination faced by the LGBTQ+ community in Jamaica. Despite the progressive waves washing over much of the world, Jamaica still has a long way to go. Many members of the LGBTQ+ community live in fear, facing harassment, violence, and a lack of legal protection. And finally, we touch on a heartbreaking issue: child labor. It's a stark reality for many Jamaican children, forced into work due to poverty and lack of access to education. These children are robbed of their innocence and their right to a childhood, a travesty that should never be ignored. These human rights abuses paint a somber picture of the challenges faced by many in Jamaica. It's a stark contrast to the vibrant beaches and reggae rhythms that many associate with this Caribbean paradise, a paradise where freedom is not a given. And now the number 1 dark side of Jamaica: corruption. Corruption, a term often cloaked in complexity, in essence is a simple yet devastating act. It's an insidious parasite seeping into the veins of Jamaica and tainting the vibrant colors of this island nation. Corruption is not merely a problem, it's the root cause that perpetuates many of the other issues we've discussed. Imagine a tree, its branches representing the various aspects of a society. The trunk, the government and law enforcement, is supposed to be the sturdy support, the backbone of the system. However, when corruption infests this trunk, it weakens, unable to bear the weight of the branches. This weakened state then allows the branches, representing issues such as environmental deterioration, economic struggles, crime, violence, and human rights abuses, to grow out of control. In Jamaica, this corruption is rampant. It's seen in the government, where officials turn a blind eye to illegal activities, or worse, participate in them. It's seen in the police force, where officers, those who've sworn to protect and serve, often fall prey to the allure of illicit gains. This cycle of corruption has created a vicious circle, one that's difficult to break. The lack of accountability and transparency has led to a deep-seated mistrust amongst the Jamaican people. The very institutions that are supposed to protect them, to uphold justice, are the ones they've grown to fear and doubt. This isn't to say that Jamaica is devoid of hope. There are individuals, organizations fighting against this corruption, striving to restore trust and integrity. But the path is long and arduous. It requires a collective effort, a united stand against corruption. Corruption, the dark underbelly of this paradise, has proven to be a formidable foe. It's a battle that Jamaica has been fighting for years, one that won't be won overnight, but every step towards transparency, towards accountability, is a step towards victory. In this paradise, trust is a scarce commodity, but it's a commodity that's worth fighting for.